America loves bolt-action rifles, and certain models have risen to the top, earning a place in the safe of hunters, precision shooters, and weekend range goers alike. These have built a reputation for accuracy, reliability, and innovation, with some costing just $500 or less. But what exactly makes them the best-selling bolt guns in America? In this video, we'll talk about the bolt-action rifles dominating the market, from the precision-driven Ruger precision rifle to the budget-friendly Mossberg Patriot. Some deliver long-range accuracy that rivals custom builds, while others offer unbeatable value for the price. You could be looking for a workhorse hunting rifle, a rimfire tack driver, or a PRS-ready platform. Doesn't matter. There's something here for everyone. And there are reasons why these rifles fly off the shelves. Let's dive into what makes each of them so sought after. Ruger Precision Rifle. There was a time when getting a serious long-range bolt action meant scrounging for a custom build or paying top dollar for a sniper-grade rifle. Ruger changed that by releasing the Precision Rifle and bringing match-level performance within reach of the average shooter. This rifle started appearing at PRS matches and on hunting trips, winning fans who noticed its accuracy and friendly price tag. Ruger has a long history of making reliable guns that average folks can afford, and the Precision Rifle follows that tradition. It's engineered with a competition-inspired chassis, adjustable comb and length of pull, and a cold hammer forged barrel. The design also incorporates AR-15 style ergonomics, so anyone comfortable with a modern sporting rifle should adapt quickly. Variants come chambered in cartridges like 6.5 Creedmoor, 308 Winchester, 6mm GT, 338 Lapua, etc. That 6.5 Creedmoor option in particular helped the RPR get its foothold among long-range enthusiasts. It's a flat-shooting round that remains manageable in terms of recoil. The rifle accommodates modern SR-25 pattern magazines, so reloads are easy to find and the bolt cycles with enough smoothness to keep you from slowing down. The safety sits where you'd find it on an AR, which feels intuitive if you're used to that platform. Accuracy is where the RPR really shines. Heck, even with factory loads, it can produce sub-MOA groups, and switching to quality match ammunition lets it stretch out past 1,000 yards without much guesswork. The factory trigger is also adjustable for pull weight, enabling some fine-tuning without needing a gunsmith. Ruger thought of practicality in its folding stock design, making transport simpler and bolt removal more straightforward. Aftermarket options give owners freedom to swap barrels, change handguards, and that adaptability appeals to those who want to personalize their rifle. These have an MSRP of $2,750 to $2,800, which is not bad considering that it delivers high-level performance that could cost double if it carried a different brand label, which explains why so many folks choose it as their first bolt gun. Savage 110 Series. Savage Arms has been building budget-friendly firearms for well over a century, and the 110 series is one of its biggest success stories. The concept revolves around producing a solid bolt action that won't scare away new shooters, yet still offers respectable accuracy for more experienced folks. When people go looking for a rifle that's easy to customize and won't cost a fortune, the Savage 110 tends to sit near the top of many recommendations lists. The Apex Hunter XP package, for instance, comes with a pre-mounted scope, which makes it quick to take into the field. The scope itself might not blow away seasoned marksmen, but for many beginners, it's adequate until upgrades become a priority. The rifle ships in a variety of calibers, so shoppers can pick up everything from .223 up to .300 Win Mag. Chambering it in 6.5 Creedmoor or .308 covers most bases, especially for deer or medium-sized game. Savage gained a loyal following for its AccuTrigger, an adjustable system that allows users to set pull weight to suit their preference. It's a consistent design that can enhance accuracy by providing a clean break, and it's often praised for outclassing the triggers in competing rifles around this price point. The 110 also has a floating bolt head that helps improve alignment between the bolt face and chamber, which can tighten groups. There's a bit of variability in the out-of-the-box precision of these rifles, though some owners see sub-MOA performance, while others might get around 1.5 MOA. Even so, that level of accuracy is usually enough for hunting at typical ranges. Plenty of aftermarket support exists, whether someone wants a better stock, a new barrel, or a different trigger. These add-ons can turn a basic Savage 110 into a more specialized setup. Prices start at $729, but can go up to $1,779 depending on the variant you choose. Combined with a long-standing history, easy maintenance, and decent factory accuracy, it continues to attract buyers who want a good value from a bolt gun. Remington Model 700 Series. The Remington Model 700 has been a part of American shooting culture since the early 1960s. Over many decades, it showed up in hunting camps, police departments, and military sniper units. Its design served as the basis for iconic rifles like the M24 and M40, proving the action can be tuned to handle precision work. Folks often mention how the 700 became a foundation for countless custom builds, thanks to abundant aftermarket options and a well-understood receiver design. Despite the strong legacy, modern competition has put the 700 in a tougher spot. Companies like Tikka, Bergara, and Howa produce factory rifles that match or surpass the 700's accuracy right out of the box, sometimes at similar price points. In addition, pre-2014 models used the original trigger design that had a defect. It could cause the rifle to fire when you flick off the safety, even if you never touch the trigger. But even then, many people still gravitate towards a 700 because they want that classic feel and the assurance that it can be upgraded or tweaked as needed. Quality control has varied in recent years, so it's a good idea to examine a new or used 700 closely. Some versions are capable of sub-MOA groups from day one. The X-Mark Pro trigger replaced the older Walker design, which was the focus of safety debates. While the new trigger is an improvement, shooters who demand a crisper break often install a Timney trigger. A few 700 models still rely on an internal magazine with a hinged floor plate, which can be less convenient than a detachable magazine system. However, Remington did release configurations with detachable mags, so there are ways around that if quick reloads matter. MSRP varies but typically falls in the $600 to $800 range for common models. This is attractive to those looking for a rifle they can modify over time, and it's not hard to locate parts. CZ USA Model 457 Series. The CZ 457 took an already admired family of rimfire rifles, like the 452 and 455, and refined it in a way that appealed to both seasoned rimfire enthusiasts and folks just getting into small caliber marksmanship. CZ has a reputation for producing rifles with strong accuracy and old world craftsmanship, and the 457 strengthens that reputation. This line is popular with hunters seeking a reliable .22 for small game, target shooters who want a precise plinker, and competitors in rimfire matches where consistency matters. One of the biggest talking points is the adjustable trigger that doesn't require changing springs or digging too deep into gunsmithing. Shooters can tweak pull weight, sear engagement, and over travel. It's a welcome feature if you want a refined break without installing aftermarket parts. The rifle also changed from a 90-degree bolt throw to a 60-degree throw, providing better clearance for larger scopes. That's a simple design change with a big impact on comfort and speed when cycling the action. CZ wisely decided not to tamper with the reliable magazine design found on earlier models. The single-stack mags, available in 5 or 10-round capacities, feed well and keep the rifle's profile slender. This reliability and ease of use is part of why the 452 and 455 were so admired, and it's good to see that continued. The 457 MTR model appeals to those aiming for match-level performance. This version has a tighter chamber that helps bullets engage the rifling more precisely, often leading to better groups. Some shooters report 5-shot clusters under half an inch at 50 yards with standard match ammo, which is impressive for factory rimfire. The 457 lineup also includes chassis options, varmint configurations, and trainer models with wood stocks. Prices start at the mid $400 range and go up near $1,000 for specialized variants. Browning X-Bolt 2 Speed. Browning's X-Bolt has been around long enough to prove itself, and the updated X-Bolt 2 Speed is aimed at folks who appreciate the core design but want more modern features. Browning has a history that includes legendary firearms from the mind of John Moses Browning, and that innovation streak continues in the X-Bolt line. The rifle is known for being user-friendly, accurate, and built with a focus on hunting in varied conditions. One reason this model draws attention is the Variatech polymer stock, which offers an adjustable length of pull and comb height without looking cobbled together. This helps shooters dial in their cheek weld and eye alignment for different optics or personal preferences. The stock adjustment system is contained within the design, so you don't see chunky spacers hanging off the back. Browning also introduced the DLX trigger, a multi-lever setup that aims to minimize take-up and over-travel. It typically arrives from the factory near 3 to 3.5 pounds, which many hunters find about right. That pull can be tweaked a bit lighter if needed. The X-Bolt's throw is already smooth, but a reinforced receiver and spiral-fluted bolt help keep everything fluid during cycling. The flush-fit rotary magazine remains a hallmark of the series, though some configurations come with the new Plus magazine system for those who prefer a removable box. Accuracy remains strong, especially in cartridges like 300 Win Mag, 6.5 Creedmoor, or 308 Winchester. The barrel is free-floated and hand-reamed, and many owners attest to its sub-MOA accuracy. The X-Lock scope mounting system uses 4 screws per base instead of 2, which can enhance stability for higher-powered optics. Priced around $1,500, the X-Bolt 2 Speed isn't a bargain basement rifle. It's aimed at those willing to invest in a well-finished hunting or precision piece without going all the way into custom territory. This mix of refinement and shootability is what keeps the X-Bolt line relevant. Mossberg Patriot Series. The Mossberg Patriot has drawn in a crowd of shooters seeking a low-cost rifle that doesn't feel cheaply made. Mossberg has been around for over a century, mostly noted for pump-action shotguns, but the company made a push into bolt-action rifles with models like the MVP and the Patriot. This series offers good accuracy and a variety of configurations without pushing the cost into premium territory. The Predator model is a favorite of those who want a threaded barrel, fluted design, and a slightly larger bolt knob for easier handling. The rifle weighs around 6.5 pounds, which appeals to anyone trekking over rough ground. Chamberings include popular hunting cartridges such as 6.5 Creedmoor, 308 Winchester, 450 Bushmaster, and 7mm PRC, among others. It's got a low starting MSRP of $553 and street prices of around $400, which gives new hunters or occasional shooters an inexpensive entry point. Accuracy can be surprisingly tight, especially with the right load. Tests with match-grade ammo have turned in half-inch groups at 100 yards on good days, which is impressive for something in this price range. There can be variations from rifle to rifle, though. The Patriot's action is straightforward, a 2-lug bolt with a 90-degree throw. It might feel a bit rougher than more refined rifles, and the stock can be on the lighter side of robust, but it's enough for typical hunting distances. The trigger is Mossberg's LBA design, offering an adjustable pull that can theoretically go from around 2 to 7 pounds. Some find the lower end slightly higher than advertised, and there's a bit of creep if it's set too high. Even so, the ability to tune the trigger is valuable for controlling shot placement. The synthetic stocks and plastic magazines help trim weight and cost, though they do feel somewhat basic. Aftermarket options let the owners upgrade stocks, triggers, or other parts, but many folks choose to leave the Patriot as is because it already satisfies typical hunting requirements. It's a practical, budget-friendly rifle that remains popular with those who want something dependable for deer season without investing a fortune. Mossberg's reputation for solid, no-nonsense firearms carries through here, making the Patriot one of the best-selling bolt guns in recent years. Tikka T3X series. Tikka, a sister brand to the well-regarded Seiko, has earned loyal fans through consistent accuracy and refined actions, and the T3X line furthers that legacy. These rifles leave the factory with a sub-MOA guarantee, and many owners find that standard match ammo can produce even tighter groups. The T3X is known for balancing weight, handling, and reliability in a way that suits backcountry hunts, range days, or serious target shooting. Purists rave about its bolt operation. It glides smoothly, rivaling the feel of rifles costing far more. The two-lug bolt is simple, but engineered to ensure a robust lockup and consistent alignment. Tikka rifles often weigh less than competing models, so the T3X Superlight in something like a 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, or 300 Win Mag can be ideal for anyone covering long distances on foot. The recoil pad and well-shaped stock keep comfort levels reasonable, even when shooting heavier loads. The stock has interchangeable pistol grips, so the shooter can adjust the angle for a more vertical or more traditional feel. There's also a range of chassis systems and wood stocks if someone wants a different aesthetic or function. The factory trigger typically arrives set around 3 pounds, which is good for hunting, but it can be dialed down to about 2 pounds. That user-friendly approach appeals to those who like to adjust their trigger without messing with extra parts or paying a gunsmith. Because Tikka is part of the Seiko family, the cold hammer-forged barrels exhibit a level of craftsmanship. Many shooters note that the break-in periods are minimal, and the rifle maintains its accuracy over extended range sessions. Reliability is likewise strong, with smooth feeding from the single-stack detachable magazine. Prices for the T3X line can start near $691.80 and climb to around $2,350 for the higher-end Tact A1. This price range puts the rifle in a mid-tier bracket that competes with other well-made factory options. The user-friendly features, consistent factory accuracy, and manageable weight all combine to make the Tikka T3X a top choice. And that's a wrap. So whether it's Browning's redefined X-Bolt 2 or Savage's highly customizable 110 series, the rifles we talked about have earned their spot through a mix of quality, accuracy, and shooter-friendly features. Would you happen to own or have shot any of the rifles on our list? How did you like it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're down there, consider clicking on the like button if you enjoyed the breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe. Tap that bell icon so you don't miss the next deep dive into the firearms industry. Thanks for watching.